Hoppiness, Mitchell Scott Moser, and Shawn Altman. Why didn't you pair off and go away? Shawn Altman went away alone, but she's already an Altman. She's not a Moser. She's not Shawn Moser. She's Shawn Altman. Why didn't she and Mitchell go away together? That's how I don't know Mitchell and the money. I know him here, which is, what did he just do with the safe in the apartment? And the safe went out the door. Well, is somebody coming to look for the safe by the first of the month? Well, that's me being here watching that the safe's not here until the first of the month. And then after the first of the month, I don't know where I'll be because I'm not paying the rent because I don't have any money. And if there was any money in the safe, no one's going to find it at this point. Whatever's in the safe is not enough to pay my rent. I realize that. It just walked off that way, but I do have the problem that it was here for my collateral, that I'm here. It's part of my leverage. It's not Mitch's leverage. It's my leverage. And you can't just come in and walk off with somebody's leverage until you can, because it's a movable part. I don't do movable parts. I don't get born in a world like this for myself. I'm here in leverage that has to do with I am none higher than he deceased right here. And I'm none higher than me deceased right here. And I don't have karma to be homeless. Well, why are you moving my leverage at all? Don't you have anything to do for yourselves? I am deceased already. I don't need any help. The reason it's not out of the formed world yet is I need a little something to eat out of all the stock there is everywhere in all of the world, including here in America and all over the world, all the food that there is anywhere. I eat just a plate a day, and you don't afford that I eat, and I eat for myself. You don't afford it, but God created this world for himself, and I am God right here, and I do things for myself, and you don't afford the little things I do for myself, and you don't afford I create the whole world for myself. You don't afford that I have a self. You don't really afford your own self. Well, your own self, if you don't afford it, you put that in jail and prison so that you can die. That means you don't have the self and leverage that you can afford. You can't make leverage that you want, for yourself is already here. That's not true. That's true. You need a death. That way it would never change. That would always be true. If you come to yourself somewhere that you don't have enough leverage to be yourself, you need a death, and you can't substitute that you need a death with that you're going to do crime on the order. You know how much crime is worth. Eat a Snickers bar in front of a supermarket checker. That's what crime is worth in this world. You can't just abduct somebody else and use their leverage for yourself. You can't do that because you really are due in a jail and in a prison for a death on yourself. And there's no substitute. You're just going off on a tangent. You're off in the wrong, and you go homeless that way, and you abducted somebody that didn't deserve it, and it's true that you don't know why. Why would you mix yourself in that problem? I'm right here at the end of time, and I don't have karma that way. No, I'm not in it with you. I do need myself, but that's not for sale. I need myself means it's in order. I have myself and I need myself. Well, it's alive. I had a dog whose name was Rocky. His last name is LaRue, like the road in French, is what Mom said. But it's not a dog anymore. Now it's an animal. It doesn't have a dog genital on the animal to make sure it doesn't go outside homeless and die because it is itself. It's an animal now. It's not a dog anymore. And I can't afford that it was a dog when I was living in the house because there was no dog genital and alive to keep it as being a dog that lives in the house. Now it's due to be an animal outside, and it has fangs the wrong way. Its fangs are due elsewhere. Rocky, you're homeless. I know he's somewhere in eternity floating around as being my dog forever, but I just got out of that it was a dog. Now it's just an animal and I don't afford it. Sorry, Rocky. He's a 5 pounds toy poodle.